Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Ben, and today I'm back with another banger video. I know it's been a minute. I know I've been a little bit inconsistent, but I've just been trying to catch up with my fam. Good little Thanksgiving break, giving me a little time to de stress and everything like that. And it's honestly been a good time. So I'm gonna try to be more on it. Maybe upload a few videos this week, but if I am kind of like lacking when it comes to uploading the videos, just know it's because I'm spending some time with the fam, and that's pretty much it, honestly. But I did want to come with this video today because straight up, honestly, it's been on the back of my head. And this video is basically talking about the Chicago Bulls and how they're about to implode completely. Because a few days ago, this is exactly when I knew this video was going to be made. Because a few days ago, the Chicago Bulls had a game against the Miami Heat, I believe, and they came back, by 20 points. They came back, they won, and they had an all around good game. And then when the game ended, DeRozan hit a basically game winning shot. I mean, it wasn't like buzzer beater or anything like that, but game winning shot. They played good defense. Jimmy Butler airballed the three basically. The Bulls won. Long story short, right? So afterwards, Zach LaVine, once their buzzer went off, Zach LaVine actually walked off the court. He walked off the court and looked angry. He didn't want to do no media or nothing like that. Basically he was just kind of looking fed up, done. And there came reports that the Bulls and Zach LaVine are both looking to move on. Cool, right? But talking about Zach LaVine real quick, you got to be one of the most immature motherfuckers alive to just walk out and leave your teammates high and dry. DeMar DeRozan defending him in the interview. At some point it just looks really bad. To be honest with you, I get that you want out of the team, and don't get it twisted. The Bulls front office, the organization, honestly, I don't know what they try to do this offseason because it looked like they try to add pieces to maybe contend, but like it did not work. They added Jevion Carter, who else? Torrey Craig, and it just looked like they were trying to head in a direction to get some role players, and now they're shopping Caruso, DeMar, Vooch, and LaVine. So it looks like it's a situation where the Bulls thought something positive was going to come out the offseason, and obviously Lonzo's still injured. So, I mean, he's not injured, but he's rehabbing at this point. So it's one of those things where you don't know exactly where their future is going to lie on, and a lot of Bulls fans want that rebuild to happen. But honestly, I feel like the organization are really stuck in the middle until now. They are kind of embracing like, okay, yeah, these guys got to get shipped off because we need something in return. Like they do need something in return. I won't even lie. And it comes to a point where now the players are kind of just thinking about themselves. Like LaVine right now, I'm gonna be honest, he's only thinking about himself right now and what situation he wants to get put in. Like either getting traded to a contender, maybe like not a contender, like a middle of the pack team. DeMar has been trying to hoop and stuff like that. I'll give DeMar that. Like he hasn't been like his eyes staying on the prize type shit. Obviously this has been the most like mid big three we've ever seen. Like DeMar, Vooch, and LaVine. It's just like they're mid, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, all of them have like their bad sides. Like defense wise, they all suck. Defense wise, they all suck, and it's pretty bad. Shooting wise, DeMar can't shoot threes for shit. Vucevic is sometimes decent shooting, but sometimes ass. LaVine has days where he goes and shoots the ball like fucking, I don't know. He's building brick houses after brick houses for villages and shit. So it's actually very tough. It just hasn't fit for the Bull system, and I don't think it was an experiment that they try to work with, but it just hasn't worked and it won't work. And now pieces are going to be dealt. Bulls are trying to look for their future now, and it's a smart thing for their fans to like really allow this rebuild to like be embraced, and the organization, same thing for them. They gotta embrace this rebuild so it could be something now that they could look on in a positive direction. But it really rubbed me off the wrong way what LaVine did the other day against the Heat after like a great comeback. He didn't even have a bad game either. It's just DeMar took the last shot, and I felt like he got salty. I felt like a lot of people looked at it that way as well. And it was very disappointing for LaVine because LaVine, he's a cool guy. He's like very like mature, but that what he did was immature as fuck. I'll be honest, it was immature as fuck, and now he's just looking for his like, way out. And I mean, the other guys, DeRozan, Vooch, and Caruso might not talk about it. I'm pretty sure they're looking for their way out too. Patrick Williams wanting 200 mil. Patrick Williams, you think you deserve 200 mil, bro? You don't deserve 200 mil for shit, bro. You don't even deserve fucking 60, to be honest with you. Honestly, I'm not gonna keep getting into that, but let's just say Patrick Williams could have been on a different team, not the Bulls. The fourth pick should have been Patrick Williams. That's all I'm gonna say, kindly. But I mean, a full rebuild is what they need to be focused on now more than ever. And It's actually crazy that like 2 years ago they looked like championship contenders, at least like high contenders in the East, and now they look like absolute frauds. So it's crazy how time changes in the span of like a few years. Some teams have that like gap, of like, oh, okay, this is our contention gap, but like, the Bulls just ran out so quick and they turned mid as fuck, and now they're just frauds. To be honest, they're ass. I know they lost to the Heat today. Yeah, I mean, it's just not a good team, and obviously, I'm glad that they're finally gonna ship off pieces because they're not gonna get nowhere with the pieces they had, and it just looks tough. I feel like everybody's now kind of just looking out for themselves. Like I said, it's probably not only Levine. We just don't know the rest of the stories and probably won't know. But it is what it is. At this point, the Bulls should just look to a full rebuild. That's it. But I mean, it's a tricky situation though. It's a tricky situation because you don't want to upset people. Levine did his time for the Bulls, and props to him. But obviously, it's just like one of those things. Like, man, you're gonna end up leaving with the sour taste in people's mouth, and that's not how it should be. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I said, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we're just gonna have to see who gets shipped away from the Bulls and who gets shipped to the Bulls. See what's the profit in the trades that are gonna happen. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to talk about this. I wanted to do either this or the Warriors. Probably leave the Warriors video for another day, just depending how bad their situation gets. But other than that, I know I got the NFL reaction slash predictions coming out tomorrow. So I'll catch you guys on the flippity flip, boys.